What's going on, guys? Architect here, and I'm going to call out the Dark Souls invaders real quick. Now, I'm not talking about all the invaders. Some of you invaders are actually good at the game and don't sit and whine. But before I get into it, some of you who watch my videos recall the Dark Souls video I made before, where I talked about the community being at war over invaders and the honor code. This is similar to that, but without the honor code and without me playing both sides. So it's time to rant. Recently, I saw a video, don't remember the name of the YouTuber, where he spent a few minutes basically whining on YouTube about how broken invasions are and how he hates From Software has catered to PvE and PvE players. First off, dude, Dark Souls is a PvE game before it's a multiplayer game. I know there's a community of people who live and breathe the Dark Souls multiplayer, but do understand that Dark Souls is primarily a single player game. So back to the YouTuber and people in his comments, because some of them did agree with him and continue to whine for him in his comments. He complained about getting ganked. This is the basis of the entire video. No OP weapons, no connectivity issues. The guy is an invader and he doesn't like when he invades people, and people he invades have a squad of other players with him. So he's complaining about getting ganked as an invader. First thing first, get good, dude. We have all seen invaders manhandle gank squads. I have friends that invade every time they play Dark Souls 3, and when they come across a gank squad, 9 times out of 10, the gank squad gets spanked. So no, there isn't an issue with the invasions, at least in this manner. Just don't be bad at the game. Now, don't assume that every invasion is going to be a 1v1. And understand that invasions are supposed to be a higher risk thing. That higher risk is the chance that you have to face an entire team of people instead of just going 1v1. Now, what would you think because you only get a certain number of Sunny D that is your high risk? That's not your high risk. There's people who intentionally use up all their Estus flasks during an invasion just to kill the host and laugh about how they did it without even having to use a single Estus flask. So the lack of Sunny D isn't the real disadvantage, and the risk is a chance of facing a gank squad, not having to deal with having a less number of Sunny Delight than freaking the host does. The next thing I'll mention about gank squads, chances are you'll see less and less of those as the life cycle of this game goes on. Why? Gank squads are usually new players to the Souls series, not experienced players. So as the new players and they'll fiddle out and go play other games, that's less gank squads, because most people who are going to be playing Dark Souls 3 from now to the DLC and on are going to be people who actually like the game, and people who are playing the game who are hardcore Souls fans from beginning to now. So you won't be seeing a lot of gank squad. Also, you're saying that the host player shouldn't be allowed to gank when invaded. A host player by himself can be invaded by more than one invader. So if the host has a chance to deal with an unfair disadvantage when it comes to number of players, shouldn't you also have to deal with that same disadvantage? Not to mention, the host can also still be hurt by the enemies in the PvE area anyway. And unless the Seed of Giant is used, then the invader can get hurt too by the AI enemies. But chances are, if you invade someone, they're by themselves and they don't have a Seed of Giants, then they're gonna have to face you, a second invader, and the enemies who are in that area. I mentioned before, I watched a dude on these here YouTubes that he got invaded while fighting the Doreen twins. So he was facing 2 NPCs and 2 invaders at the same time, while also having fireballs thrown at him from the left side of the map. He beat the twins, but the 2 invaders got him. And when he responded, he made his way up the little arches where Silver Knights are posted shooting arrows at him. He got invaded again by 2 more people, while still having to deal with those Silver Knights. So this is what I'm talking about. You complain about invaders having to face gank squads. Hosts have to face gank squads too. It's not just a one-sided thing. A host who's by himself has to face 2 invaders and has to deal with the enemies who are also still in the area. And to throw another piece in there, gank squads work both ways. If a player uses Dry Fingers and gets an extra summon, that means an extra invader, so you can have a 3v3. It's all possible. Next thing I'll talk about is the fact that some of the people in the comments sat in the comments and was saying the Hornet Ring needs to be buffed. It's unfair that they nerfed the Hornet Ring. It's unfair is that the Hornet Ring, which I still use, getting nerfed. No, it's not unfair. The Hornet Ring, which I still use, getting nerfed puts a dent in the parry spamming and parry baiting. If the Hornet Ring getting nerfed is a big deal to you, then once again I say it, get good. Another person in comments said get rid of the Dark Sword. The Dark Sword has already been nerfed and is basically useless in PvP. And once more I'll say it, get good if a weapon is annoying you. I'm not an invader, but I have a lot of friends who do invade. They invade every time they play the game. None of them complain about any weapons in any game that they have to phase. The only thing they ever complain about is, the salty fight club hosts and the Havo trolls. And that's it. Now, I know what some of you are currently saying and thinking. I'm just a salty gamer that doesn't like getting invaded and getting and I all I do is gank from beginning to end. You couldn't be further from the truth. I don't get invaded. One, because I don't play Dark Souls 3 online. Two, I've only been invaded twice by other players. Both the times, both of those players got spanked. Three, I don't gank. Even when I do, even the off chance that I do play online, I don't gank. I've never ganked before. I refuse to play Dark Souls with other players. Ask my friends. I feel like it lessens the game in my opinion, but that's just me. I like to experience the game by myself. Now, it isn't to say that when the game first dropped that I didn't use NPC summons to fight bosses. Because in my first playthrough, from Bort to Pontiff, I did summon NPCs to use my distractions against those bosses. But that ended after Pontiff, and I started playing the game just by myself and offline. A friend of mine has asked me to help her out in Dark Souls 3, and I helped her out with one boss fight, and that was it. So I'm not a salty ganker. I'm just a guy who does see it from both points of views, but I don't like it when people of any community sit and make it seem like one side is being treated unfair, when in reality, it's just a bunch of bad players that are mad that they can't sit and parry bait during invasions. I've been UTexter Archangel. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching my rant, I should say. Peace out.